Hello everyone, welcome to this screencast on reverse engineering. My name is Antonio and I will be your driver. So for a brief introduction into engineering, it's a skill that is desired if not required by managers in the software industry because new employers will almost certainly be working with large code bases and will need tools to help them understand how a piece of software works. Now, BOUML is one of the many tools out there that can help you do this. Now, before I get started, let me just give a brief disclaimer that this is not a tutorial on class diagrams itself, because there are so many topics that I can't possibly cover it in the allotted time that I've been given. But I will make mention to some of these concepts as we go along. So let's get started. So to start, in order to start, you just create a new project just by clicking Project, New. And once you have a new project, you select the language that you want to use and that will represent what your source code is. And in this case, it is Java. So I've already have that selected. You right-click the project name, go to Reverse Java. Now, two windows will pop up at this point. You don't need to select anything from the first window, so you'll just hit Cancel, and you will select the base directory from the second window. But since I already have my hierarchy set, I will not worry about that. So let's create a class diagram. So I'm going to create one for the plot package just by clicking New Class Diagram and giving it a name. Now, one of the great things about BOUML is its customization. You can right-click and edit many different settings representative to the class diagram. Now, for the purposes of the screencast, I'm going to hide the attributes and the operations so that it makes the diagram easier to read. So, in order to put classes onto the diagram, you can simply drag them. Now, one of the beautiful things is that BOUML will add some of the relationships between classes automatically. Now, this here is a self-association of the class plot, and it indicates that plots can contain subplots. That's what I get from reading this right here. So if I were to drag in another class, say XY plot, this here is a generalization relationship, and that just simply means that XY plot is a subclass of plot. And you can just keep dragging in different plots, different classes to see what the relationships are. Now, unfortunately, BOUML won't add all of the associations automatically. However, it does give you a toolbar up here that will allow you to add them in yourself. So, for example, if I were to add in, let's say, an annotation, actually, an entity. It says here, this window down here, by the way, when you select a class, it will show the Java doc for that, so it will allow you to see what the class does without having to read the source code itself. So it says here that this is a chart entity representing an annotation on an XY plot. Now, if I were to drag this on here, there is no relationship right away. But it seems to me that this is a part-whole relationship. So I may want to add an aggregation to this. And now there is a relationship. So an annotation entity will be added, is a part of an XY plot. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of creating a class diagram in BOUML. Thank you very much for listening to this and watching this screencast. If you have any questions, you can contact me at antoniomichelli@utoronto.ca. If you have any more questions, thank you very much. Goodbye.